Hello. I'm alive. For those who can't wait for... No, we don't care about that. Do I care about this? No. No, I don't. But we're gonna get rid of it. Alright! I know I'm doing things in a weird way. Because I'm gonna go look for Gulliver first, when I should probably just go straight to the store. But bear with me. Alright, it's 7 o'clock. We officially have 3 hours. Also, hello, hi. Oh, bear. What? Did I say something? I'm very tired right now. Oh, bear. Oh. Oh. Okay. I'm like, yeah, I'm confused. What did I say? Oh. Okay. I reacted too soon. The setup was thrown out there. I had to wait for the joke. I do not have any bears in my town, funnily enough. Otherwise, I would try to add to the joke. Anyway, it is Thursday now. I really don't know what to think of this week. I'm getting increasingly concerned at this point. Oh shoot. Gracie's here, isn't she? Me when I forget about Gracie entirely. Okay, D5. Guess what? If I ran up a single acre, I would have seen her. Okay, so no more turnips here. Alright. So there's no Gulliver today. Gracie's here. No turnips went to the thing. I must go to the store now. There she is. Okay, so Thursday. Past 3 weeks been bad. I really don't know what to say. Obviously, like, if I have to sell, I gotta get on that right now. So I'm not gonna deal with Gracie right now. She can wait. But, like, I'm afraid, okay? I'm afraid. I'm afraid. Okay. Hallelujah. Hallelujah, everyone. There it is. Finally. After nearly a month of no profit. Because, again, my last spike was on... Summoning Daisy May worked. Yes, just spam Daisy May emotes in the chat. Clearly that's the way to make turnips work. Alright, let's see what this is worth. I didn't calculate. I probably should have. 400. Okay, I think I can. Can I afford a sixth one with this price? 100 times 880 times 6 is 528. Interesting. Okay, we can actually do 6 at a time. Okay, so we're gonna be here for a long time. Let's not beat around the bush here. This is gonna take a while. Actually, I'm a little concerned at this point. I'm a little worried. I have 3 hours, essentially. I bought for 3 hours. Usually, if I buy for an amount of time, I like to think that it takes me close to the same amount of time in order to actually sell everything. Now, mind you, I am selling 6 turnips at a time here. That improves things ever so slightly. Also, I've moved a lot of turnips closer to the store, so that can help. But for now, I guess we're gonna just... I don't know. We're gonna do our best, okay? This could take a while. I was kind of afraid of this, but I don't know. Last month I kept saying that like they love to give me spikes when it's the least convenient for me. Like they're gonna pick the worst possible day and just say, here you go, champ. So, you know, I'll take it, okay? Because 3 weeks of nothing, awful. Not a fan. And then I don't have to worry about selling tomorrow. That's great. And like this is part of why I was working on my spreadsheet yesterday. I feel like this week has just been like there's been a lot. I mean, honestly, I think like the past 2 weeks, there's just been a lot. I feel like all the days are kind of like mixed together because it's just like so much of the same stuff. Like I haven't really been. There's like one game I've been playing outside Animal Crossing, and I don't really like it that much. It's like this little like puzzle thing. Yeah, I don't know. It's not really puzzly. I don't know how to describe it. Anyway, I don't like it that much. So I've been playing that like barely. And I have not got a lot of time in it, and it's like still going. I'm like almost done, but like I didn't play yesterday because I was so busy with the other stuff. It's just like this. I think it was like a mobile game that was ported to like Steam. It's just called Edge. You just play as like a little cube. I'm not a fan of it, honestly. I'm trying to like get all the achievements, which is a bit of a pain. You gotta like S+ rank everything, so you gotta be fast, and like I don't know. It's just a little clunky at times. But I started it, so I'm committing to it. And it won't take that long. It's just, it like, it should have been done in no time at all. But because of, like, everything else, and because I'm like, it's annoying, it's just going super slowly. So it's like, between that and then just playing tons of Animal Crossing, I'm just like, what even is going on at this point, you know? I already spent money on this. I want at least 100% it. See, the funny part is I probably spent $1 on it. So this is more about principle than the money. But, I mean, yes, I am also... Look, okay. Do I even have to say it? Yeah, I like to complete my games. Do I have to say that? Given what I'm doing right now, I feel like it just goes without saying. Let's be real. Okay, we're gonna make like close to 50 mil today. Although some of that, well, no. Oh wait, there's the turnips and the, oh man, there's a lot going on here. I am slightly concerned. Like, I stopped at this, you can say it again, no shame in it, yeah, that's true. I stopped at the store today, and I cooked dinner, and I was like, ooh. I was like, alright, I gotta get the stream before it's too late. It's like 7 o'clock. I don't know. I'm not sure. The fact that I'm selling 6 at a time saves me not many. Well, that's not true. That's not true. If I bought an amount of inventories, which I will disclose in a moment, that was me cleverly buying time for me to open up the spreadsheet and check. Okay, I bought 39 inventories supposedly. Now, if I was... Now, like, for all the other ones where it's, like, been, like, 3 hours long or whatever, and I bought, like, a boatload, it's been, like... Wait, no, it's only 6.4 mil. Okay, never mind. I thought it was a little bit more. We're gonna make, like, 45 mil. Let's just say that. So for the other weeks, it's, like, been, like, more, a higher price, so that when it does happen, I sell, like, you know, 5 at a time. And then at that point, you know, like, just say that that's 3 trips... 3 trips to the store for every inventory you buy. So if we just want to do like simple math, we round up to 40, times that by 3, that's 20 trips. You take away the 1. Okay, so if it was a higher price, I would have bought 107. It would be 117 trips to the store. Now here, I'm doing... It's still 39 inventories. However, I'm doing 6 turnips per trip. So every 5 trips I do saves me an inventory. Wow. So that's like 8 trips I'm saving almost. So we're looking at like 109 trips. Whoa! That could be the difference of like 10 minutes. So I don't know. Hopefully we're gonna be fine. There are still like turnips in the lost and found, and ideally I'd like to sell those today. I'm just trying to think like I need to sell as fast as possible, and I've tried to like organize things in a way so that where I do drop money, like it's easy for me to like, you know, do it without spending as much. I don't know. I've tried to set this up efficiently, but we're gonna see. But yeah, this is literally gonna be my night. Like, I feel like I'm gonna stop this at around 10, and then I'll take like a 10-minute break, and then I'll just go to New Horizons. Then I'll get that done. I was hoping to like do cataloging today, but there still might be time for that. You know, like it's not completely off the table here. There's definitely potentially some time for cataloging, because like I'm not gonna be chopping all those trees because the fruit should have grown back. So like I could probably get a lot done in like a 30 or 40-minute stream. But even then, if I'm taking a break and I'm stopping around like 10, then that says like, oh, you're gonna be here till like 11. Gracie. I need to check Gracie's info. Yeah, that is not what I want. That is not the information I want. I literally just... Okay, let's try that again. Sorry, I'm trying to do this. I'm trying to search for things, but like also not slow myself down at all. So I need to be very careful about how I do this. Appearances in Animal Crossing. Tell me like how often she shows up. Or what the time... Sorry, the time she shows up. I know I have it written down somewhere. All day. Okay. That's the other thing. Like, sure, I'm going to be doing this to like 10 probably. Unless I'm somehow faster, and that's good. But then I'm going to have to deal with Gracie on on 3 characters. So like that's probably 10 minutes. Just between like loading and all that. So yeah, I might be done after 10. I might be done before 10. I'm not really sure yet. All I know is that I'm making money finally, and it feels great. My bank account's at like what? Let me scroll over. My bank account's at like 650? So I'm not quite gonna hit 700 mil in the bank today. I wish I did. That would be fun. I'd like that. I'm just trying to like lock in, I guess. I don't know. I know like when I buy turnips, sometimes on some days I do like slow down as I go, and like I'm maybe not as precise with my menuing. That definitely happens. So I don't know if I can like stay focused. Maybe we can save some time on menuing here, and we'll be fine. I've already put 5 mil away in like 10 minutes. Does that sound right? I'm gonna get some more turnips from other acres soon, I think. I mean, apparently I'm up 5 mil already. So I just have to do that, like, I don't know, like 9 more times. I should be fine according to that logic. Not confident on that, but we're gonna see. Okay, we're gonna try something crazy. We have a lot of acres where we have to replenish money. I have to remember where all my turnips are. I kind of want to like deal with the quicker stuff so I know like how much time I have. You know, just in case. I don't want to run out. And if I do run out, I'd rather, you know, if I do more now, then I'll be better off. Anyway, we're gonna just drop a boatload here. Because like this, in this case, like we're not really. That's probably equivalent to running to the post office and back, or slightly faster, you know. And like that, now that's almost good. But we can probably only do like one of those at a time, because the money in our wallet will build up over time. Right, so you have 18k. 18k is fine, right? Because it's gonna be like 528. When I say it's fine, I mean like we're 3,000 or I guess 4,000 bells shy of the limit. So that's a little tight. So we're gonna like have to do one and then go to the store, and then one and then go to the store probably. But like that acre looks a little bit better now, which is good. And then I need to remember every other acre that's like low. But I guess I could also just drop a bunch of money and then fix it later. That is an option. But hey, this means like tomorrow's gonna be chill, at least. I don't have to worry about selling tomorrow, which is nice. Because like, I don't know, last week I had to sell on the Friday, and like my Friday seemed very busy, so I didn't like that. I had a lot going on Friday, like between getting that done and then the other stream, it felt like a lot. There's too much last Friday. So like, you know, being nice and simple this week, I like that. It's gonna be good. So I bought in B5 this week, right? I didn't buy in B5. And there's like stuff at the museum. And there's stuff in the other. I guess like there's a lot of stuff in the other acres, and I'm gonna be fine for like the stuff that's nearby. So I guess I could go to like the museum. But yeah, there's lots here. Lots. Oh yeah, lots here. Jeez. And then, oh no, it's not the museum that I bought it. It's here. But I do have to drop money here. So how do I do this? It's like... there's a way I do this nicely. Okay, so like that's a start. So yeah, like we will have enough money, and I guess like I could fix the money tomorrow if I'm really tight on time. Usually I'd have to do it all at once, but if it's gonna be that much of a problem, yeah, I can just drop a bunch of money by the store or something at the end, and then fix it tomorrow. And then this gives me a break before like I buy on. You know, like if you sell on Friday, it's like it still feels like pretty close to Sunday. You only have like one day between things. But yeah, you know what? Like, I'm happy to get a spike. Let's just say that. Okay, so I'm gonna drop 9. I guess there's all the money I have to put outside, but it's not, I mean, it's still like 6 mil. But like, that's 15 minutes or 20 minutes, I don't know. I'm trying to, I just want to make sure that I don't run out of time, but Hopefully we don't. Hopefully everything's fine. Because again, like if I bought for 3, maybe I can sell it under 3. I know in like the big spikes where it's like 5 at a time and it's like long, yeah, maybe it takes longer, but I don't know. I really don't know. It's times like these that I wonder how much easier it would be to sell if my post office was closer to the store. Obviously, the answer is very easy. And like if the dump and post office swapped places, that would be of like 0 detriment to me, right? Because like I don't really use that for storage, so like that's not a storage acre for me. Anyway, I know, like I'm sticking with the town that I was given, but like it's like, man, I'm like, oh, these like real life limitations make this difficult sometimes. And it's like, well, if that was the case, I would save a little bit of time every trip. But like in a week like this, I don't know. Because like I was like saying, oh, if it takes like X amount of time to run there and run back, like I don't know, you could save like up to a minute on a trip or something. And like it adds up, is what I'm trying to say. And okay. obviously the turnips and the lost and found will be lowest priority because they are safe. If I have time, I will take them out and sell them. But that's a big if, obviously. Because if I don't have enough, then, like, yeah, I can't really, you know, can't really do anything about that. And I know I'm, like, doing all this, and I should just, like, focus on the other acres right now. But I guess I can't help myself. Like, if I stick to, like, B5, I gotta replenish all the money there, right? So, like, I should do that. And it's closer, so it'll sell faster. I mean, a lot of the stuff has been moved. As far as I'm aware, it's like I have stuff in D1, no, C1, sorry, and then E5, and then I bought in one of the F acres. Oh, I did not drop this on a dummy. Dummy. Okay, that took way too long. That was stupid. Okay, yeah, so I bought 6 there too? Shoot, I forgot about those. Did I move those yet? Here's the thing, I don't remember which ones I moved now. I know there's lots that are near the store. Don't remember which. Okay, let's try this again. I don't know, I'm starting to get a little worried. And I've had a couple weeks. Wow, I guess there's like only been one real week where I didn't sell enough, right? I think. I'm a little confused. Can't quite remember. There's at least one. I know there's one in like September or something. Where it's like, it was the one day where I had plans and like, then there was also a sale going on. So it was just like everything was against me that day. And that was really frustrating. But I still sold like most. And I also like bought extra, I think. And it's like I couldn't buy, yeah, I don't know. It was not the best. And then Christmas was a little weird. I know that was tight and I did have enough time, but barely. And I didn't buy as much because of everything, and yeah. I'm kind of thinking maybe I'm going to clean this acre out entirely. And then start working on other stuff. I don't know, I could get one more acre from the police station. I think, like, I got most of the ones from whatever the heck that one is. Like, B2 or whatever it is. I still have the... I did save a picture of the map this time. Yeah, so B2 I bought 6. So I bought 15 in B5, which is the acre below the store. Then I bought 6 in C1, 6 in D2, and then I bought 3 and then another 3 in F4, and then I bought 6 at the police station. Okay, so every acre I bought in, I bought a total of 6, except for the one that I bought 15. Right, so that's 6, 12, 18, 24, 24 plus 15, 39. Now, if I moved a bunch of these, like, at least, like, there's, I think, 3 or 4 here. I think that's 4 or 5, actually. And then I believe I moved to, like, 1 or 2 here. And then this was full. So, like, I think I moved a lot of them. The police station had a lot, but I feel like the other acres don't have as many. So, like, maybe most of the turnips are here. And I'm, like, future-proof this, maybe. Because, again, I did try to, like, move a bunch of stuff around. I know it, like, hasn't fully happened. But, like, I moved a bunch of stuff out of my acre, my house acre, to make space. So, yeah, there's lots of money that needs to get, like, replenished. I'm gonna drop this off at the museum. I know I just said I should focus on the quicker stuff, but I feel like just getting it done right now. Okay, so, like, that's... This isn't... Shoot, is there money here? Okay, so, like, that's 8, 12, 16, 20, 27, 23. That makes 30. And then this one's good. I don't have anything here, but obviously this one's not good, so we can just quickly get this. Okay, so we need to drop 2 more, and then that's actually all we have, so this is good. So then this acre's fine. Okay, that did not drop in the right pattern. I'll fix it later, I swear. Okay, so like that's almost 12, so I guess there's still like 2. I think there's still 2 there. Okay, so again, if, like, basically the police station was untouched, I know F4 was all moved. And I'm pretty confident, like, all but 1 were moved from D2. And I think a couple were moved, at least 2 were moved from C1. So I feel like the vast majority of the turnips are actually near the store. I'm trying to do the math in my head for, like, how many inventories I can fit in all the acres nearby. But if I bought 39 and there's 15 in B5, the store probably had like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe 7. Maybe 7. Okay, honestly. And if that's the case, that means there's 22 acres there. And then there's at least 4 by the train station. So let's say that's 26. And then I dropped like 1 at like the top of C5. So like maybe 27. And then I dropped like 1 or 2 in B4. So... yeah, I feel like maybe close to 30 are near the store already. And I've moved to like 3 or 4? Maybe 4? Anyway, it's been 35 minutes, which means we're about like half an hour into actually selling. I think we have at least 10 mil. We're 10 mil up in the bank, which is good. And there's all the money that we've dropped outside as well, which has been a decent amount, I'd say. I'm gonna go grab another inventory. So I think the police station's good on money. The museum's good on money. This acre is devoid of money. That's the word I would choose. So let's get that fixed up. Or partially fixed up at least. Should clean my mailbox at some point. It's been bothering me lately. My letters are empty, so like if I do that tomorrow, then I could maybe like move some stuff around or get rid of some stuff, and then we'll be good. That's kind of what I'm thinking. Okay, one more. That looks like almost an inventory. There might be like one hidden or something. You never know. Let me check how much I have in the bank. Okay, I think we're up 10 mil. And again, there's all the other money. So like, if I'm up 10 mil in the bank and I've done other stuff, then multiply that by 5. And that's like 2.5 hours. So like, you'd think I'd be done in around 2.5 hours, maybe, hopefully. Again, I don't want to... If I lose profit this week, I'm going to be very bummed. So, let's just hope we're fine. But like, this is what I mean. Like, even if I bought 10 mil, I think there's no guarantee. Based on like, if there's 2 days where I know I have less time, that's like still a 40% chance. You know? Sure, it's a 60% chance of it working out, but considering like I get the weird, not good 10% chance things, like, I don't know. Alright, I don't understand. Why am I missing one? Is this like a... Is this like a lost and found thing? Maybe? I don't understand, but like I don't see anything there. I know where I dropped all the money. There was one turnip, but I got it. So I don't think that's a thing. So I guess we're just gonna see. Okay, so like the police station acre's done. So like there was 5 or 6, I don't know how many, but those are all moved. So like that's good. So if I just finish up the store acre and then start on B5, I think we could make some good quick progress, because again, that's all like pretty close. And again, there's a lot of stuff that's close. I think getting the train station acre cleaned up again was probably a good move, because like yeah, that's like four more inventories that you can just drop there. And then like my house acre, that could also be turnips or extra money. I'm not sure what I want to use it for yet, but I am trying to clean it up, and we will clean up more of it soon. I think honestly, I'm trying to think. I think what makes sense. But like yeah, I have a lot of like raffle tickets, obviously. Okay, so I'm just trying to think. Like, there's still a couple acres that need money, and I could go and do that. But maybe I should, like, focus on just selling for a bit first. I think I should, honestly. I want to, like, I want to get everything else done. Usually, like, what I like to do, I probably keep doing it, or trying to do it, is I like to do all the annoying or hard-to-get stuff out of the way, so that as I go on, it becomes easier. But I'm trying to get the easier stuff done now because I just am a little worried about the time. So then it just is like me fighting myself because I'm trying to do what I'm used to, but I'm actively not doing that. Anyway, yes, this acre is like almost good, so then we can start on the one below it. Anyway, we're like 40 minutes into selling. Again, I feel like this is going to be a long one. And maybe if I'm done at 9:30, that would be pretty cool. In no world am I done before 9. There's no way that this only takes 2 hours. I don't buy that. I bought like 6.4 mil. You know, and 6 mil for the profit would be like 42 mil. And then 7 mil would be 49 mil. So throw it in the middle of that. Like, let's just say like 45 mil, right? And I'm up like 12 in the bank. So I still got lots to sell. Actually, I do not like the number that I just did in my head. Alright, if I've done 12k, 12 times like 4 is like, you know, almost is 48, which is a little bit over what we should make. But if I did that in this amount of time, and then it tells me I do not have much time. You know, like, oh, it's like almost 45 minutes. 45 times 4, it's like 3 hours. I don't know. It's possible that things could get faster, and I've done a lot of like the slower stuff already. I mean, I say slower, but yeah, it is slower, I guess. But like, I don't know, B5 is really close, and there's 15 acres there. Like, that's literally just like 1 acre out of the way. It doesn't get much better than that. Obviously, the stuff that's in the store acre is the fastest by far because it's literally there. Also, the train station acre is pretty good too because it's literally on the way, right? Like, you're going between the post office and the bank. It is on the way. So like, yeah, that one's good, and the store's pretty good. We do have a decent amount there, and then B5's pretty close. So I think we're fine. I don't know. Maybe we'll be fine. I don't know. Like I said, I am worried about this. I think it's gonna be tight, and that's why I'm concerned. Because that means, like, I can't take breaks. I can't mess up. I gotta stay focused, you know? I just destroyed some flowers. Did not mean to do that. So I am happy to have this happen, obviously. Because again, my last spike was on December 30th. So it's almost been a month. And I put a lot of, like... I said a lot of things about January. I'm like, hey, we got lots of time for turnips, you know? Like, the raffle's on a Saturday. You don't have to worry about that. Same thing with February. Raffle's on a Saturday, so we have 2 months. So that's like 11 weeks where we can just go crazy. And then it's like, wow, what if the first 3 weeks of the year were just garbage? What about that? Also, like, okay, I just destroyed another flower. Good day for that, apparently. I don't need them, honestly. I put them there because they were out of the way, and I was like, oh, I need bugs. So I could probably just, like, get rid of them and drop more turnips there. It wouldn't be, like, perfect, but maybe it could help a little bit. Or could drop money there or something. I don't know. The flowers really don't serve any purpose. The only things they do in this game is, like, yeah, there's a couple bugs in, like, the summer or whatever, spring, I don't know. Like ladybugs, maybe mantis, I don't know, those would spawn on them. That's about it. Apart from that, if you have 5 of them in an acre, they offset 1 weed. So if you have 1 weed, then it won't count. But, like, 1 weed doesn't count against you, you know? Like, you need to have 5 weeds in a single acre to, like, have a problem with points in your town rating. So if you had over 5 weeds in an acre and you had, like, if you had, like, you know, 5 weeds, then that would be a problem. But if you had 5 flowers, the 5 flowers would offset 1 of them, and then you'd only technically have 4, and it wouldn't be a problem. That's about it for flowers. So that's why I don't really have any flowers. And again, because, like, I need to max my space for these turnips. Because that's all this is. It's all about turnips. Is that it? Or do I need one more? One more. Okay, so there's 2 there, which is weird. But it's not that weird. There should be, like, I don't know. I don't know what happened with the last one. I feel like I'm missing one. But, like, the thing is, like, with the police station, there's 1 missing there, which doesn't make sense. You know? Unless I just messed up. Which is entirely possible, you never know. But, like, it shouldn't be the case. And, like, what if it, okay, what if it, like, I put into lost and found and then I took it out? Maybe I dropped some. But, like, if I dropped some, it wouldn't have created that many more, right? That's the part that doesn't make sense to me. If I was like, oh, let me take out 9 from the police station, the lost and found, and drop those, then I'd have 9 chilling, not 14. So I'm not really sure what happened there. But what I do know is that we have, like, we're up 14 mil. Again, let me just double check the number. Okay, I'm not quite up 14 mil. I was at 650.9. So, not quite. 2 more inventories, then I'd be up 14 mil. But yeah. Okay, so I do want to start on this acre at this point. So I like to drop all the stuff in a 8x8 square at the bottom, because it's really easy to count. So we're gonna work by clearing all that out first, I guess. I could clear out anything, but, like, I want to clear that out first so I can drop them in there. Obviously. And then, yeah, there are other acres that still need money. Like, I dealt with the police station, I dealt with the museum, I dealt with, like, D3, most of, like, C4, except there's also the top half of C4, and that's missing money, too. So, like, if I really wanted to, I could just go here, and then go here, and then, oh, look at all this money. So, like, that's 4, that's 6, that's 9. Look at that, that's 15. Me when I do math. So if I drop all of the money that I have in my inventory, not in my wallet, my inventory, then this acre is officially good. But I don't really want to just go drop 2 in a different acre. So I'm going to be funny. I should just drop them here, actually. Let's be real. Okay, so like that's a little bit more done. Good. And now we go back. Was that like equivalent to a post office trip? Maybe. Probably not, but maybe. It's not quite the right pattern, but it still works. Okay, let's just say that's 14 mil we're up now. I need to get up more than 15 mil in an hour. Otherwise, we're in trouble. Because again, I got 3 hours total here. Store closes at 10. And if in like 3 hours I, make 15 mil, then multiply that by 3, and oh, that's 45 in 3 hours. And that says, oh, you're going to run out of time. I don't really want to run out of time. I obviously want to sell everything. So I just need to go crazy, and then I gotta deal with Gracie after the fact. And then tomorrow will just be like deal with Gulliver, and then a couple like housekeeping things. I could like move all the raffle tickets to the store acre at that point. That would be like pretty easy to do. You know what? I'm just gonna drop money here. There's enough space right now. Oh, this is gonna pick up in a weird order. No, never mind. We're good. Good. But yeah, like if I'm just doing this, obviously this is a lot faster than doing the other things. But I mean, like the bulk of what I have left is just this acre, I'd say. Because again, I think I took everything from the beach acre, and I think I took a lot from D2 and some from. I feel like there's like 6 or 8 maybe in other acres right now. But I'm not confident on that. So we're gonna just stick to this. And again, right, I did not start selling until like 3 minutes into the stream. So when I say like an hour of my stream time, it's not quite an hour, but obviously I started like literally right before 7. So there's other factors. I mean, okay, I keep saying 45, but I guess like the halfway point between 42 mil and 49 mil would be 45.5, and if I'm at like 6, then maybe it's just shy of 45, or it's like 44 point almost 5. I want to check exactly how long the stream was. 25th. It was 3 hours on the dot. But did I do extra stuff at the end? Maybe? I feel like it was like a slow 3 hours, maybe. Okay, let's drop some more money outside, I think. Seems like a good a time as any. Okay, I have been selling for like basically an hour now. It's been an hour and 2 minutes, maybe it's an hour and 3 when I started selling, but it's been an hour. We're up like 16k in the bank. And of course, there's all the other money that we're dealing with. But like at the end of the day, I still need all that money out in the bank. But like, what? Now I'm trying to think. I lost money, obviously, right? The past 3 weeks I've lost money. I would estimate that I lost like 500k the first week, 500k the next week, and then like 2 mil last week, I think. So I probably lost like around 3 mil. I keep saying, yeah, I'm gonna get like 45 mil in profit this week. But obviously I lost money, so like some of that's lost. However, there's like turnips that are in the lost and found from last week, right? Yes, those are from last week. I think. I'm pretty sure those are from last week. And that's 11, which is not even a full inventory. But considering like that's like an extra mil. So maybe like, you know, I can make 1 mil back. That's better than nothing, but that would still tell me that like the amount of that would go into the bank would be like, if it's supposed to be like 45, and then we take away 3, and then we add another 1, you know, we're taking away 2, so it was like 43 mil that we're gonna be up in the bank, maybe? I think? Like, that makes sense to me. So we're gonna just stick with it. So like maybe my like the rate that I'm doing this at is still fine, but we're gonna see. Anyway, welcome back. Or maybe you've been here the whole time. I don't know. It didn't look like you were in the chat though. I'm not sure if you've been here. Not really here? Okay. You don't have to apologize for that. That's okay. I'm just making sure that I'm aware. There's no obligation for you to show up. Or at least not enough of one to apologize. I can't speak. Maybe you feel obligated. I don't know. I mean, I can't speak to how you feel on that, but it's all good. Like, if we get B5 with all the money there, that's basically 2 mil. And I've replenished a lot. But it's like, yeah, sure, if I need to like drop like 10 mil this week or something. Right? I'm dropping like 6.4 and then maybe another 3 to like actually stock everything up. And then there's also the turnips and the lost and found, which will offset some losses. So like, yeah, maybe we're fine. Because like, I don't know. I keep going off of like, well, how much money have I put in the bank? But it's like not just about how much money's in the bank. It's also about like what I have to drop outside. And then this is a weird week where I've lost. I don't know if I'd say a considerable amount, but like it's like 3 mil probably. That is enough. It's significant-ish. It's a chunk out of the money that I have outside normally. Anyway, we're gonna just stick with this acre for now. And then, I don't know, maybe I could drop some money elsewhere and pick up... I kind of want to check to see what I have in the other acres, to be honest. Also, I have to make sure not to forget Gracie tonight. I'm kind of afraid of doing that. Like, alright, I'm done my turnips, time to leave. Oops. Wouldn't be the first time. At least not with Gracie, but that's how I forgot the market model. Because I was like, oh, I need to stream and check for turnips. And then it's like, oops. And then I had to like stream later. And it was like 6 hours of streaming almost in a single day. It was quite the time. You can't properly make playing Animal Crossing a routine at this point, so watching this as your routine. Okay, I mean, that part's fair. And thank you, that is kind to say. But I mean, if you got stuff going on, it's all good. I understand. Okay, so I'm gonna drop stuff here. Because this one's pretty easy to drop money in. I do appreciate that you're rooting for me. Because this is, you know, crazy undertaking, to say the least. But hey, we're getting there. Big progress being made here. I feel like... Okay. So this is one inventory. I'm doing this because I want to know. So there's like 6 there, and then like, that's 1. There's like 2 inventories here. That's not a lot. So I feel like I have moved most of this stuff. Which is probably very good. Okay, so let's drop that there. Yeah, I mean, I feel like I could have moved more turnips, but also, like, I feel like I used basically all the space. So, like, if I can reorganize some stuff, yeah, I could maybe have more space for turnips. But, like, I need to reorganize to do that. So maybe that could be something I could do this weekend. I don't know. Could make things easier for next week. But, still thinking about that. That number had like 4 6s in it. Is that significant? No, but I want to point it out anyway. We're about to hit 670 mil. In the bank, that is. Mind you, I already had 673 mil when I started this week. Technically, maybe I was at 670 because I lost money, but whatever, we're not going to split hairs on that. That's the money that was there, and it's all going to balance out. I mean, yeah, being overwhelmed like that would, yeah, that would do it. I mean, if you're overwhelmed for a long time, the smallest things can definitely, like, be a lot. That makes sense. I'm just, like, happy that I'm getting a spike, because, like, this has been bothering me. It's a completely different level, but, like, you know, and the turnips are just like, come on, give me a hit here, please. Okay, there you go, 670. We're almost up 20 mil. In, like, an hour and 10. That's not bad. And yeah, hopefully I can get some rest after getting a full bank account. I'm sure I can. You know, like, this week, if I put 3 mil into buying turnips, and I'm, like, worried that I'm not going to have enough time to sell them all today, that would say that, like, I'm spending, like, 6 hours on turnips this week. That's like a full shift across 2 days. That's like, you know, and then once this is done, that's like 6 hours and I'm free. And I don't have to think about, oh man, is today going to be the day? Because again, there are good days for me where it's like more convenient to sell. And then there's days like today where it's like, well, I just ate dinner. Time to spend the rest of my night doing this. But yeah, I mean, this is just one thing, and once this is done, things do get considerably easier. I realized that I was supposed to keep dropping money, and I did not finish doing that, so let's get that done. Okay, so that's 2468, 2468, wonderful. All we need on that. However, I have extra money, so we're going to the dump. Okay, so that acre's almost good. Now this acre's good on money. Oh man, I feel like my controllers, the batteries are dying. The last thing I need to happen today. I mean, I could probably change the batteries in, like, I don't know, a minute? What if a minute's all the... What if that's the difference of me selling all of them or not? I know, I could proactively grab the batteries while I slowly sell to just offset that potential time loss. That's one move. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure when I'm going to be done the turnips. I don't want to get too ahead of myself on that, because I feel like last year, at the end of the year, when I was talking about things, I was getting too ahead of myself. And now it's like, okay, we got a spike. Let's not say anything to jinx things. Let's just take it easy. But again, at this price, if I did this every week... Actually, wow, okay. So I almost bought 6.5. I bought 6.4. But if I bought 6.5 every week, I would only need 7 more weeks. And that's before this week. So I would need 6 weeks of, you know, of equivalent investments to be done. That's huge. That is huge. And again, I've been doing way better with buying lately. I know, like, I've had low prices, and even with the low prices, I still bought 5 mil. And, like, maybe it would still be, maybe it would be like 7 weeks or 8 weeks. I don't know. We'll see, obviously, when I'm done. I am really looking forward to being done turnips. And again, I don't want to get ahead of myself because I feel like doing that is going to jinx myself. But, you know, a couple more good weeks, and I would be willing to say that we're in the end game at that point. I think at like the 800k mark, I think I could call that end game. Anything above 800k feels like pretty darn close, you know? Like, sure. I'll have over 700 mil at the end of the day. With all the money I have outside, right? Like, if I was at 650 and we're putting like 40 mil in, we're gonna be at like 690 something. I got like 23 mil outside. So we'll be at like, you know, 715, 720. Somewhere around there. Maybe once we have like 800 mil in the bank, then that'll I know, like I could have 800 mil, but having 800 mil in the bank, that feels pretty. But maybe like 850. 850 seems like a pretty confident like end game, you know? It's like 85% of the way, and if it was 850 in the bank, I'd still have 20 mil outside, so I'd only need like 130 mil. Okay, so I'm like 21 mil up in the bank. That would suggest I'm like halfway on the bank, right? If I'm thinking I'm gonna be like 43 mil, then yeah, I'd say I'm like close to halfway, and I've been doing this for almost an hour and 15. So maybe I'll be done in like 2.5. Like, why? But that's not including all the money that still needs to get dropped outside. So maybe 2:45. Maybe I'll finish with like 15 minutes to spare. I obviously need to like get a little bit more done before I can have a better idea regarding that, but yeah. And I have been just like selling tons right now, so. Thinking like if I can clean up that acre, then I don't have to worry about that one and forgetting it or something stupid. I did not even grab enough. Way to go, man. Did I do that? Did I sell like an inventory of only 5 at some point? Maybe that's how that happened? No, wouldn't that leave me with extra rather than less? I don't know what happened. I'm still figuring it out. Maybe I'm gonna go to C1 real quick. Okay, we're gonna go down here real quick. Okay, I do need to step away. I'll be back shortly. Apologies, I'm back. Don't forget to calculate the distance for picking the turnips up and 3 or so minutes for grazing. I know, I gotta factor all these things in. I think I'm gonna be okay, but I still think this is gonna be tight. Tighter than I would like it to be, you know? It's gonna be a little like, ooh. Wish I had a little bit more leeway. I mean, we're up like... Actually, we're up 22 mil, right? But yeah, this controller is... like, batteries are definitely dying based on, like, my inputs. Which is slightly annoying, but... Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, I might not be able to get to the stuff that's in the Lost and Found, which is annoying. But we're just gonna wait and see. Alright, I don't need to worry about that yet. I mean, we're almost an hour and a half in, which means we have, like, an hour and a half more. I think I've got what I need. Maybe this will go pretty close to 10. I'm not sure. I did just lose 6 minutes, but whatever. Also, man, this weather. It's been, like, cold and dry, and my hands are not liking it. They've been, like, fine for such a long time, but it's, like, at the point where they're starting to, like, split and crack now. So it's, like... I mean, I guess that's, like, one small one. That's a small one. That's a bigger one. That's one. That's one. That's one. I feel like there's, like, 6 spots where I'm just, like, not bleeding, but bleeding. It's great. Well, there's 2 that are bad, and they kind of bleed a little bit, but not much. I love it. It's great. And I do moisturize every day, but clearly not enough. I don't like to moisturize when I'm, like, using my computer. You know, I don't want... I do it before I go to bed. I do it, like, once a day. Like, maybe I need to do it more than once a day, but... whatever. Anyway, that's just a quick little complaint. Okay, so I know I've been like, oh, we got all this, like, all the turnips, actually there's still like there's still some more turnips in C1, but most of the turnips there are gone. So it's like, I need to check out like D2 to figure out how many are there. Because I feel like I took a lot of them there. But I feel like maybe everything is like at the store now. I don't know. Anyway, we're just gonna keep going. So this is happening. Assuming everything goes well here, we make money. Great. Then we can get some new like projections, and that'll be nice. And so there is one there, and there is one there, and there's one there. And, okay, that's good. So I think there's like 5 there, and then if I take those 5 and the one up there, then maybe I'm fine. But yeah, I still have to deal with Gracie. I don't know. I feel like I've changed the batteries on my Wavebird like once or twice. I'm not joking. I feel like and I feel like maybe the batteries weren't new on the first go, and I had to change them early on. But then like this set of batteries has been going for quite a while. And again, I have like over 300 hours. I haven't really used the controller for too much. I actually used it a couple times, aside from that. But I would say like most of it's here. But anyway, yeah, good battery life. Yeah, you get a lot of light with the Wavebird. I mean, Nintendo batteries are pretty good. I feel like for all the controllers, Nintendo batteries are kind of like peak. Like the Switch Pro controller battery is nuts. That thing's insane. Especially when you compare it to my PlayStation 5 controller. I do like the DualSense 5. Don't get me wrong. Growing up, I was never a PlayStation guy. You know, I was a Nintendo kid, and then in my teens, I like did Nintendo and Xbox stuff. And I was like, you know, the GameCube controller, I think it still is my favorite controller. The Xbox 360 controller is also pretty darn good. I think the Switch Pro controller is like good too. I don't know if I would put it up there, but honestly, I do really like the DualSense. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I got into the PlayStation controllers after the fact, but like I do use a PS4 controller, at my computer, like if I'm playing like a third-person action game. You know. It really depends on the game that I'm playing. I know this is just a random little aside, but I feel like talking about it now. But yeah, like certain games when I'm playing them on the computer, it's like, should I play with a mouse and keyboard or should I do a controller? And yeah, if it's like a third-person action game, chances are I'll probably do controller. Like a Souls game, that's a controller game, in my opinion. But for like platformers or something where I want more precision, maybe, yeah, I might go with the keyboard. Like Hollow Knight. Hollow Knight's a keyboard game for me. Metroidvanias, I mean, I guess it depends. But it really depends on just like how much precision I want. Anyway, I think we're doing fine here. You played Hollow Knight on the Switch? Yeah, I played it on like PC, and then I also played it on PlayStation just for the trophies for fun. I don't know. I know like some people say I'm crazy, but it's like, I don't know. Like when I don't know. I'd rather... Here's the thing. Like, I know if you're trying to be precise, you can just use the D-pad on a controller. But, like, more often than not, I'd rather just use the arrow keys or something else. If I'm going to be using just, like, a four-directional thing, I kind of prefer the arrow keys, maybe? I don't know. I don't know. I think it depends on the game. It's a very weird rule that I have in my mind. But also like for Hollow Knight, when you're trying to like do the Pantheon and do all the boss rushes, like a lot of bosses, it's like really important for you to be able to like stand directly under the boss and just attack upwards over and over and over and over again. And I found that when I was like trying to fight the harder bosses on a controller, like I kept just like, because I'd like, you know, not be holding the stick perfectly straight, I would like walk into the boss and get hit and it would like ruin what I was doing. I got very annoyed at that. Like, this is why I use a keyboard. Okay, I'm gonna drop this somewhere. So this is like 2, 4, 6, 7. How much do I normally put here? What acre is this? It should be 40. That's like way too many. Okay, that's the right amount. So that acre's good now. This acre's good. Okay, so there's still turnips there, and then there's a couple there, and there's a couple there. So maybe there's like 2 inventories here. That's too many. I'm just trying to figure out, but yes, I was right. Like, this acre does not have much going on in it, which is good. No, I have... I don't know, we might be one short. Something seems slightly off here. For Okami, there's a sneak mission that's literally impossible with arrow keys on PC. I assume they didn't consider it in the port, but the person detects you if you go too fast, but because it's like probably just programmed to be like, you can't like, there's no like granularity or whatever. You can't. That's pretty funny. Yeah, there's some PC ports that are obviously like not great. And they aren't like well done ports, or like certain things aren't done. I assume that if like you plug in a controller, at least it'd be fine. But if you're using a keyboard, it's like a little like, oh, hold on, let me get my stealth controller out. It's a funny one. That makes me think of something that is not quite the same, but it is regarding a stealth mechanic. Literally, fishing also became 10 times easier with the controller. Yeah, they weren't considering that, I guess. I want to complain about... Which one is it? Which one is it? I think it's Banjo-Tooie. Pretty confident that it's Banjo-Tooie that I want to complain about. I love Banjo-Tooie. I'm just complaining about one specific Jiggy in the first level. It involves sneaking. There's like this snake, and he has the Jiggy, like, in front of him or behind him. I don't know. You have to, like, sneak to get to him. And, like, at no point does the game tell you you can sneak. I don't know. It's like... You know, it's weird. Like, I'm trying to think, like, if there's other platformers at that time that also didn't tell you you can sneak. But, like, I don't know, when you're playing a 3D platformer, you assume, like, yes, I need a new ability or something. And maybe it does if you go through the instruction. Like, if you look at all the moves, maybe it tells you how to sneak. But, like, it doesn't explicitly tell you. Like, they tell you all these other moves, like, here's your Beak Buster. You can use this, all the other names that I'm blanking on right now. The Talon Trot, you know, they tell you all these different moves. And then it's like, I don't know, I feel like they didn't tell you how to sneak. And it's like in Mario 64, you have to, like, hold Z, and that, like, makes you crouch. And then if you move while you're crouching, you just start crawling, which is, it's similar to sneaking, because you can do that to, like, not get caught by that piranha in Womp's Fortress, right? So, like, that's a thing. But, like, that's not necessary to progress. You can... I don't know, that one bugged me. Still think about it, apparently. Also, I don't think, like, there's not many other, like, things in the game that use sneak as well. I feel like that there's, like, only one important thing with sneak, maybe. And it's just a matter of, like, yeah, not moving your control stick that much. But it's like, why? Why? I don't know. I don't know. Okay. An hour and 40. 8:40. I don't know. I feel like we're okay, maybe. I feel like I'm panicking, but I think we're a lot better off than I think I am, maybe. But I'm also not paying attention to how much money's in the bank, so maybe I'm wrong on that. But I feel like there's all this stuff by the train station, and then, like, B5 is, like, mostly done. And then there's, like, 2 in C5, and then there's, like, maybe, like, 1 or 2 more things in, like, C1 and D2. So, like, I think, unless there's stuff in, like, F4. But I'm pretty sure I emptied F4. So I don't know about that. I was very, very careful on counting all my inventories this week, because I think 2 weeks ago I messed up. Also, I used to drop, like, some turnouts directly outside the post office, but I haven't done that in a while because the gyroid's kind of, like, creeping in, and there's still, like, maybe room for 1 inventory there. So maybe I could do that at some point, but I don't know. Anyway, it looks like we're, like, 27 mil up, which is good. That is good. So if we keep that up, we will get there. I mean, I think we have enough time. I think it's close, but I think we're going to be all right. And again, I am just clearing this acre out after moving stuff. And we got like maybe two or three inventories we still have to move, I think. And that's just everything else. But again, there's like at least 4 inventories by the train station. Which is like, you know, a decent amount. That's like... That's like 5 mil. Maybe a little bit more, actually. It's like 5.5 mil. Just keep going. Lock in. I do have to drop a little bit more money, though, outside. So I want to do that before it's too late. But I mean, I don't know. I feel like we're fine. And then, yeah, once I get this done, it's like, well, take a little break, get the New Horizons. And we can finish up for the day. I can't find the exact meme that I want. I've tried to find the image again, but I can't find it. But it's like, man, I sure hope I don't have a long day today. And it's like a cat on the way to the long day factory. There's a lot of variations of this, but it's just like this one specific one. And I was like, yeah, that's a good one. Very good, applicable meme. I'm like, I feel like I'm at the long day factory here. Thankfully, I went to bed slightly earlier yesterday. Yes, at like 12:10. That's slightly earlier for me, by the way. Not like this. This week's been rough on sleep, I'm not gonna lie. That was not enough. My C-stick because of the batteries, things aren't going as fast. You don't have to be sorry. What do you have to be sorry about? But yeah, I like on Monday night, I got like 5 hours of sleep. And then I was like, ugh. And then Tuesday, I still stayed up a little bit and I only got like 7 hours of sleep. And then and it's like, oof, I gotta rein this in. And then I got another 7 hours of sleep. So maybe tonight I'll fix that a little bit. Maybe we can get a solid 8 today. And then Saturday should be fine. And then Sunday will hopefully be fine. Because again, like last week I set an alarm. And then I woke up 5 minutes before my alarm anyway. But I also like slept kind of weird that day. And I was okay. But like by the time I finished doing the turnips, I was just like dead. I was like, ugh. I think I lied down for like 10 minutes. While I was like heating food up, I was like, ooh. I feel like it was like sleep related, but also just because it was like 3 hours of that. I don't know. And then what the heck did I do? I did another 2 hours of Animal Crossing at some point in the day. Trying to remember what else I did though. Who knows? Like I said, these days have been blending together. Because there's just like so much Animal Crossing every day. It's hard to keep track of everything else. Funnily enough. Is that good? Yeah, it is. Look at me counting to 6. Basically working 2 jobs. Yeah. You could say that. And it would not be that far from the truth, eh? You can only count to 4. Lyrics. Are those lyrics? Okay, I think I wait. No, maybe I know the song. I'm trying to think. No, maybe I don't know. Run, dude, run. Oh. Oh. I think, okay, that sounds familiar. I think I've seen or heard part of that. Okay, it's a parody of Let the Bodies Hit the Floor. I think, yeah, that does sound like something I've seen or heard. I can't remember where I've seen it at this point. I don't know if I actually saw the video, if it was just like on Instagram or something. Okay, maybe I should try to drop this money and then grab some more turnips. I think that's a good idea. Just because we're getting there. We are getting there. Okay, so there's that's an amount of turnip. Oh no, there is a full inventory here still. It's split into 2 halves. That's right. That makes sense. Okay, so we got plenty to drop here still. This acre's taking some hits. And this acre will still need a little bit more money, and I think the acre next to it also needs a little bit more money. So that works out. Good. Good, good, good. Oops. Ah! References spread by being chopped and repeated a lot more. Yeah. Olden days of dude watch this YouTube video with me are kind of over. It's true. They are kind of over. Now it's just like, hey, I'm gonna send these reels, and I'm not gonna watch the reels you send. I'm like, yo, did you see the reel I sent? He's like, nah, I missed it. And you're like, ah, you suck, dude. True story. Happens all the time. And it's like, dude, I am very specific with reels I send. I don't just send anything. It's either good or it's hyper niche to me, and you're supposed to watch it for my sake. There's this really funny video that just absolutely killed me on that note. And it was... I can't. I'm thinking about it and it's just sending me. It was a Yakuza edit of Majima and Kiryu, and it was it was like it had a Taylor Swift. It had Love Story, Taylor Swift's Love Story in the background, and just all these scenes from the game and random really badly done images. That one killed me. And I was like, man, who the heck can I even send this to? Nobody's gonna get this. And then a friend was like, wow, this is the most niche Alex thing ever. And I was like, dude, I thought I couldn't send this. You left Insta a while ago? Yeah, okay, that's fair. See, for me, I'm kind of I don't want... I'm not, I don't want to do TikTok. For many reasons. Maybe security reasons, maybe, I don't know, maybe there's a little untrust going on there. But it's I already I don't know, Meta already has my data. So I'll watch my reels. Also, I don't really post anything there, so they don't get much. They just can see they can just see me liking a couple Yakuza reels here and there. But yeah, that's why I'll just watch my TikToks on Instagram a week later. As it's meant to be, thank you very much. While I laugh at all the YouTube Shorts users who are watching things months late. But yes, I am a Yakuza fan. It's great. I love Yakuza. I speak about it on stream sometimes. But Kiryu's great. I've spoken about how I've played them all. I guess I've referenced them when I'm talking about Japanese. It's like back in 2023, I started Yakuza 0, and then I played through like every Yakuza game that was out at the time, and I platinumed all of them, so I got all the trophies in them. And some of them, that's actually a pain, because you actually have to get like 100% in-game. Some of them, it's like easy, you don't have to do that. But yeah, so I played like 500 to 600 hours of Yakuza across like all the games in like 2023. It was a great time. Great time. Would recommend. Although things are a little, you know, right now. But that's okay. We're not going to talk about that. A lot of weird things going on with the latest release that's coming out next month, and I don't want to get into it. I'm not thrilled. YouTube has been collecting your data since the beginning of the 2010s. Yet it's like we classify you as a child. Give us your ID. My face when I watch too much Animal Crossing content, and then the internet thinks I'm a child. That's kind of wild, though. I haven't had that happen. But I'm also trying to remember, how old's my YouTube account? I don't even remember at this point. Because I had a couple YouTube accounts. The current one that I have is, like, newer, so... Maybe you would think the other was different. Yeah, I don't know. We're just gonna see how things go with that one. But, like, there was a demo that went out, and then there was, like, leaks of the ending, and, like, changes to the ending, and all sorts of other stuff, and I was like, I don't know about this. I don't know. At first... I don't want to get into it, actually. I'm gonna be honest. Maybe I think it's better if I just leave it. I haven't spoken about it for a while for that reason. Oh, come on. Nope, I'm not. I'm sorry, Phyllis. Yell at me a little bit more. Okay, we're up like 32 mil. That would suggest that I'm like 10 mil behind. That's maybe not that bad. I think I'm gonna be fine. Honestly, I know, like, Here's the thing, if I was here a little bit earlier, I wouldn't have to be talking about whether I think I'm going to be fine or not, but unfortunately, this is the reality we're in. And I have to keep yapping about it. Gotta quell the worries. I mean, this acre's almost done, though. So, like, once I get the few in the acre below, then it's really just gonna be like the train station acre. So, like, if there's more money I should, like, need to fix, I should probably do that now. So it'll be out of the way if I do the train station one. But I can't think where it needs to go. I feel like I've fixed the acres. Actually, no, there's that one still. Let me grab that last, like, inventory of turnips and drop all this money. Okay, so there's still, like, 3 inventories there? Okay, that's more than I thought. I was thinking there was 1 or 2 there, but if there's 3, that's still, like, you know, a bit more. Okay, so this acre, I think, is supposed to have 20. This is D2. It's supposed to have 20. You can see we have 13. Okay, that makes 16. That makes 17. That's 19. Can I drop one here? Okay, great. That's 20. Wonderful. And then we have this, where there's still 6. Okay, and now I have more on me, and I don't have anywhere to put it. Incorrect. That's not true. There's this acre. This acre has nothing. This one actually needs way more money. Okay, so let's do that. And then, yeah, there's still some here. Okay. Your oldest YouTube account's from 2014. Yeah, maybe your parents made it for you when you were born, so that you could grow into it, and that you're now 12 years old. Yeah, maybe that's it. That must be what they're thinking. Twitch, this is a joke. I'm not 12. You're from the last century. Yeah, you gotta be very careful. Twitch is gonna be like, oh, watch out, we got a live one. I'm gonna crack down on you immediately. They're gonna just have the auto, like, chatbot looking for that kind of thing. You can't be too careful now. Alright, it is 9 o'clock. I did not address that, but it is 9. So we got an hour. Still all those turnips, and then the 3 inventories there. Is there anything here? There's still one here. Well, there's still more than one here, but I'll do that. You just realized after this game, all buildings have been front-facing. But front-facing? Can I speak? You think? I'm trying to think. Able Sisters, yeah, they're like at an angle. No, the museum's front. Well, the museum is front-facing in this game. But yeah, like the post office, Nook's Cranny, the Able Sisters, those are all at an angle. But I can't think of the buildings in the other games. Obviously, New Horizons, yeah, they're all pretty head-on. City Folk, a lot of them are like in the city, which is all just like a strip. Obviously, that's head-on, so... Is there one here? Yeah, okay. Oops. No, I didn't want to do that. Okay, we're up to 34. Like, yeah, I think it's like 10 mil, maybe. I think like most of the money, I mean, there's that 1 acre where I still have to drop money, but everything else is like pretty good. I don't know. I think it's still like, I do think it's still kind of tight on time, but I think we'll be fine. You assume it makes it easier to randomize placements if there's no specific acres with set placements, but there's a dynamic to it here? Yeah. I mean, obviously there's a lot less going on in some regards, but well, I don't know if I should say that, because like there's the tiers and the acres. It's just completely different in this game, right? It's like here it's like, it's just acres. But, okay, I'm trying to remember. Do the other games still have an acre system for generation? I know obviously like the acres are gone and it's on a cylinder, but like is the underlying acre system still there, like when it comes to actually generating things? I don't know, because I know like for this game it just has like a set pool of all the different acres, and there's like X amount of like layouts for the store, like, you know, for the store to go, and like, yeah, so it just like picks them and puts them together. You think? Yeah, that's what I was thinking, because I remember when I was playing Wild World and I was trying to get like the golden axe or whatever, or the golden watering can. I can't remember which one it was at that point. Probably the axe. But when I was trying to get that, it was like, oh, you need to like actually use the acres to like count. Like, I think I like marked what the acres would be in Wild World to try to like improve, like to get a good rank or something. So I feel like internally it still operates on them, which is what you also said. So I feel like that's true. And then yeah, I guess City Folk will operate the same way. And then New Leaf, I feel like New Leaf's like way more like you can place things everywhere kind of deal, right? So like I think that's completely different maybe. And the New Horizons obviously is okay. The watering can, the axes from the trading sequence. Okay, because I was like, I know they introduced the watering can in Wild World, but I couldn't remember if it immediately took over as the reward or not. But okay, the axes from the trade sequence. That makes sense. Now I remember. But yeah, obviously New Horizons does not have that because it's just like, X amount of stuff outside. It's like, hey, you have enough trees? You have enough flowers? You have enough furniture? Great. Hey, you picked weeds all day and now you made like 50 hay beds and you're good to go. Great. There's your 3 stars. Okay, so I think once I'm done with this acre, it's just going to be the train station acre. And at that point, I think I can maybe relax a bit. Although there's, of course, like 2 inventories worth at the police station. But, like, that's not too long. I would just... Okay, man. Are you kidding me? Huh? I'm speechless. That's like... That's wild. What do you mean? Was that always a thing? No. The free of charge thing's fine. That's Nook just being like, oh, I put all your money in the bags. No, so you know how like when you sell things, you can use X to like highlight, right, and select the things that you want to sell. You know, like every Animal Crossing game has that. And like with the turnips, I'm always doing all these patterns and like selling them, and like, you know, like that's a lot of work, right? If you just press A on the first one without selecting it, it's like, oh, you want to sell turnips? You have 6. Do you want to sell them all? You're telling me I can just do that in like a fraction of the inputs? And I've been doing this for a year? And I didn't know that? I feel like that's not crazy to not know. I feel like that's weird. Like, that's wild. What do you mean? I'm just trying to think about all the time I would have saved. Like watch. So it'd be like, do this, and then be like, okay, let's do that. So like, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, right? And then, okay, you add it all up, and then you say yes. Okay, so then that's 1 more, and then you're done. So then if you just do this, that's 1, 2, you wish to sell, you have 6, you want to sell them all? Okay, great. That's crazy. That's wild. That's like so much easier, and it's probably slightly faster. I think effort-wise, it's like, you know, nice. But I think like overall time, it's like another menu. And if you're like really fast with it, it's probably like slightly faster. It's not like the craziest thing ever. It's just from an effort perspective, you know? Because it's like, oh, when you're buying turnips, it takes forever and it's such a pain. But here it's like, well, we can... Oh, you want to sell turnips? I'm in the turnip business. I'm actually buying them at a ridiculous price right now. I'm gonna go broke. Timmy and Tommy's college fund is gone. That's the canon reason why they take over the store and don't go to school. It's because the turnips, they bankrupted Nook. I'm just making things up. Don't mind me. Okay. So let's do that. I think that acre's good now. That should be the right amount. That's such a crazy mechanic. And I'm trying to think if that's like applicable to anything else or if it's only turnips. You don't have to think about selecting that. It's just, yeah, just keep mashing. I love mashing. I don't have to think. Don't think, just mash. that was habit. Yeah, we can check later with fruit. That's what I was thinking. Like, maybe with fruit it would do it. Like, it would have to be, like, a bunch of one thing. But, like, I don't know if... like, fruit would be the only thing that I could think of. Because, yeah, like, anything else, I don't know about that. Because, like, other thing... Well... See, like, shells have no use but to sell them for money. But, like, because there's so many different types, I don't think that's going to be the case. So, like, it has to be something that you, like, sell for money and has no other purpose. And, like, turnips, you literally can eat them or sell them. That's it. Fruit, at least you could bury it. But maybe, yeah, maybe with fruit. That's crazy, though. I don't remember seeing that anywhere. Like, I did some research, you know? I did some prep. I was looking around trying to figure things out. I don't remember seeing that. But I guess I was like, I'm smart. I know about the X button. That could also be the problem. I was like, I know what I'm doing here. I don't need this. It's fun, though. Okay, so that acre's almost done. So I think we're at the point where it's just the train station acre and then the two inventories that are in the lost and found. And like I said, we're at like we're up like 37 mil right now. And I said that we'd be at like 43-ish. And I said that there should be about like 5.5 here. So those numbers do check out. So I think we're doing right. Like I think it's good. This is like obviously like not full. But is there still one turnip in the acre above that I forgot to grab? Yes, there's still this one. So that's 5. And there's some here. So that's enough for now. We can figure that out later. There's a lot of just figure it out laters at this point. Oops. I guess I'll start here. I'm surprised that the controller's like still going. I thought it would just like flat out die at some point. But it's like, nah, it's just gonna start doing weird things, but still work for the most part. I did it again! See, I have to like unlearn. It's muscle memory. It's fine. I will figure it out in time. Do not worry. Okay, so I think we have 4 inventories here, or it's 5. 4 or 5 inventories there, and I think that's it. So I think, like, it's 9:16. We should be done that in like 20 minutes probably. So like maybe we're done before 9:45 with turnips at least. And then there's still Gracie stuff, but whatever. Oof, quite the time. But you know, like I said, this is good. We're making big progress today. And you know, maybe this weekend, I don't know. I don't want to get ahead of myself. But if we get another spike mode, if we get a really good price, what if I buy even more than this? That would be pretty cool. Spam, spam, spam. I did it. I just have to keep doing it. Ooh. Oh man, not again. I feel like I've hit the letter thing like 4 times today. Gotta chill out on that. Oh my god. Oh yeah, New Horizons does show acres. What are we talking about? I totally forgot too. That's crazy. That is funny. It totally does. I remember that because like I was doing all like the map creator stuff to like plan my island and stuff way back when in the day. Wrong building to spam A. I've overcorrected. A textbook overcorrection. What are you gonna do? It's okay. Phyllis yells at me more. That's not a bad thing. I need to bring Phyllis back. Kids these days are too soft. They need Phyllis to... Oh, see? Hold up. I almost did it there. But I stopped myself. Where is this little bit of information? One of Hunter R's Animal Crossing videos. They should put that in. That's a pretty crazy feature. We should definitely highlight that and be like, hey, did you know if you just try to sell one turnip, he'll offer to buy all of them? That is legit game changing. Okay, we're up 39 mil. Nice. In general, most people don't know about multi-select in Wild World or prior. That's kind of my impression too, because again, like what I said earlier, I was like, I know about this. I know that you could multi-select. And I do assume that, yeah, in this game, not a lot of people know that. I don't know, do they tell you? They don't really tell you, do they? There's a lot of things that are not, like, explained. Like, I don't know about... Actually, you haven't played the GameCube one that much. You might not know about this. Did you know that your inventory, the background of your inventory, is actually controlled by a shirt? I will demonstrate in case you don't know. Never mind, I have money. I can't do it yet. Hold on. It's like the big dot shirt, though. That's the default one. And Wild Roll is not multi-select. It's X to instantly send it to into Nook's space. Oh, that's right. It does like the me when I press A when I'm not supposed to. It does like the top and bottom inventories things, right? Oh, and it is in Wild Roll too. Okay. Never mind then. I haven't changed mine. You can change the background in Wild Roll to a shirt design. Yeah, same. But it's like, you just have to like bring a shirt down here. And it can't be any of the other ones. It has to be the last slot. It's like so specific and niche. And not explained. There's so many things that just aren't explained. It's just like, when I started playing this again, I was like, oh yeah, you can change the background, and I tried, and it didn't work. And then I like realized later, it's like, oh, it needs to be this one specific spot, of course. Okay, that's the wrong button entirely. In Wild World, it has to be the bottom left corner of the screen. That's so funny. It's so funny that they changed it. Like, I get that in the inventory here, like, there's no room here, and there's, like, kind of room here, but, like, I don't know. It's still just wild. Okay, we're up, like, 40 mil now. I think I'll be at, like, 43 if I do, like, the Lost and Found stuff. And then I need to, like, double check to make sure I'm not missing anything. Because it's possible I could be missing things. But there's, like, maybe 2 or 3 inventories there to still sell. I think all the money I put out is, like, done. And there's always a possibility that I've, like, not accounted for money that I've lost in the past. Or messed up putting money somewhere at some point. None of these calculations and numbers are perfect. It'll only be perfect when my bank account is maxed. Because there's no way to put more money in at that point. But it doesn't matter, right? Like, we're gonna just keep going, and then when we get towards the end, I'm gonna have to, like, be creative. Like, I'm trying to think, like, I've thought ahead to that point. But it's like, when I'm almost done, it's like, I'm gonna need X amount of money to get to the end. And it's like, if I get, like, a normal amount, then, like, what, is the next week gonna be, like, a super small amount? And it's like, I should just push forward the week before, or, like, 2 weeks before. I should do it in a way that it's, like, not overwhelming to be the last week, but also not, like, so small that it's like, it should just be done beforehand. Also, I do need a little bit of extra cash on that last week. Again, I want to pay off the debts for all my other characters. And then also have just a bunch of money out in case I need it. And, like, I probably don't need too much money at this point. But it wouldn't hurt to have it. Because, like, if I max out my bank account and I spend all these hours maxing out my bank account, I'm not taking money out of my bank account. You better believe it's staying that way. Ain't no way. I'm not destroying that. Okay, so it's like almost 9:30, and I think like we are basically done. So I need to really unlearn this. There's so much muscle memory here. I guess the good thing though is like every week, like I do a different pattern slightly. Right now I have to like go down and then around and then to the right. Normally I would go just like to the right, or I would like do a loop and kind of thing. So maybe like when I start next week, I'll be like, I'll just mash, and then I don't have to think about it. Hopefully. Hopefully. Yeah, that time, no mistakes. Huge. You do have to go through an extra like text box though, so like I feel like the time save is like minimal, but effort is better. It's 9:30. That's all the turnips there, I think. And there's still like all these ones. I mean, I'm up like 3 mil, so that's good. Okay. So I think apart from that one set of turnips, that should be it. I don't think there's anything here. And I did drop things in weird acres this week, so I'm gonna just double check things and then double check the beach, and then I think we'll be good to go. But yeah, like I only dropped like those few here, so that's fine. And then I didn't drop anything in the dump because the dump just seems like not the acre to put turnips. I don't know, something about it just doesn't seem right. Again, we have one turnip there. I'm just gonna do a quick little mash. There's nothing there, nothing up here. Anywhere where there's like trees, I need to be, you know, mindful. The money does like map out, right? Because we're like almost at 43 mil, and I did say 43 mil with the turnips from the lost and found, which again, there's 11 there. I have one out, so that's gonna be 2 inventories, which is like 528k each. So we're looking at like just over a mil. So yeah, we would be up 43 mil in the bank in that case. You know what? Why don't I just deal with Gracie real quick? That seems like a good idea, right? Oh my god, wait, Daffy the duck? Okay, let's mash. I'll click. Oh, that was scary. That was not me slowing down, by the way. That was my controller. It just ate my inputs. I assume because of the battery. I was not thinking about battery loss when I was dealing with Gracie. That's something to consider. Oops, I did not mean to pick that up. Okay, so I don't see anything here unless there's like a secret turnip hidden somewhere. Oh, there it is. That's the secret turnip that was hidden somewhere. Okay. I found it. I swear I checked there earlier. I don't know how that happened. Oh well. Okay, we found it. That's what matters. We literally went to this acre like first out of everything else. And it was the first place where we made a mistake. And I was like, I don't know where it is. Am I mashing the wrong buttons here? I'm just supposed to mash A. Okay, maybe let me check the beach here real quick. I'm pretty sure there's no turnips here because I've ran past here every day looking for Gulliver. So yeah, there's nothing there. And then I guess I can just take this bridge. Okay, I think we're basically done though, so that's good. I mean, it's 9:36. I've been a little slow. I did take a short break at one point. But it looks like we're still fine. I was a little worried. And I mean, to be fair, we only have like 20 minutes to spare. But that's like, I guess I had like half an hour of leeway. But again, it's like the weird thing where it's like normally when I buy this much, I'm spending at a price where it's like I'm selling 5 at a time. When it's 6 at a time, it does change things. It makes it slightly faster. And I did factor that in. And I thought, okay, maybe I'm going to be fine. But it looks like I'm all good. So maybe I'll do some like extra math at the end here. Just to make sure that everything's good. Even when I mash A. It's been over 2.5 hours, okay? Please excuse me. I think I'm... Did I not sell the turnips? Did okay. I thought I sold the turnips. I must have hit the wrong button. I'm losing it, apparently. I'm tired. It's been a long day, as I've said. And again, a long day into like almost 3 hours of turnips. It's a bit of a rough combo, let's be real, okay? The human mind is not meant to do this. I guess it's because I have to do 2 text boxes, and maybe the muscle memory, like, I'm like, okay, the one text, like, hit A, then the one text box, then I'd mash to, like, skip with B, right? Maybe? Okay, what is the emote? That's a crazy emote. Is that Grim from Hollow Knight, but in the Yamcha pose? That's kind of crazy. I think that's what it is. I could be wrong, but it looks right to me. Unless it's meant to be Hornet and not Graham. But I feel like it's Graham. Based off the name. Okay, I think I got one more bunch of turnips. That's it. Does that sound right? I don't know. Don't know. Honestly, no, it doesn't sound right. But we're gonna ignore that. 88K. Alright, so I looked for Gulliver today. And we sold all our turnips, and the number looks right. So I'm gonna switch to my other characters at this point and deal with Gracie. First, I'm gonna, like, do a couple money things here. And it hasn't been a long time, but January 29th. Okay, let's make a nice even number. Okay, that's a pretty even number. Okay, that was like the complete wrong text box. What? Oh, that's what's happening. Okay, I understand. All right, that says I made 43.15, which is that can't be right, is it? Oh no, I've made 50 mil 1 week, 45, 43, another 54. So this is like top 5. Police office? Yeah, the police station is empty. All the acres are empty. Yeah, I think we're like good. The math checks out, but I'm gonna redo the math properly first. I'm gonna save, just get that all done, and then work with the other characters, then I can go back to that. Regarding New Leaf, okay, the German wiki has a really great page on acres in New Leaf. Don't know if Wikipedia does or if you're bad at searching Wikipedia again. Well, that, yeah, could be the case. Let me copy this properly. And get this switching over. I'm going to take a quick look at this. Yeah, okay, I can totally understand everything that's going here. Now I'll translate it, it's fine. I'm just being silly. For each city map, there's a mirror image version with the beach and the museum on the opposite side. Grass Patterns Independent. Okay, so beach in the east, then it's got waterfall above, waterfall in the middle, beach in the west. Okay, yeah, this is interesting. So it is kind of like similar. So I think like with this game, it's a little bit different. It's like the three, like, basically I think like, I don't know how exactly it's set up, but the store, the post office, and the dump can only ever be in the A acres. And then the Able Sisters is always in the F acre. And then I feel like maybe the police station, museum, and like Wishing Well, those ones have a little bit more leeway. And obviously the houses are always in B3. It's like, for like half the buildings, they're always going to be in one row of acres, but yeah, I do like coding. I haven't coded in a very long time, but like knowing how things work and all that stuff is very interesting, personally. So, like seeing all the acre generation stuff is like, oh, this is kind of sick. You know what? We just got this shirt, but now I'm putting duplicate shirts down here. And I don't know if there's enough room right now. There is, actually. Let's just drop this here. It's a groovy shirt. Now, here's the thing. I know the 2 shirts that I need start with the letter C. Convenient. Very convenient. Yes, it's the caterpillar tee and the crossing shirt. I did get the butterfly tee just now, but butterflies and caterpillars are related, but they're not the same thing. So maybe that's a sign. Could it be a sign? Me when I'm trying to go for the conspiracy theory, like, yes, this means I'm getting something new. No, it doesn't. In no world does it mean that. It's just that with the high variety and further unique generation stuff, you don't notice the patterns until somebody puts the grid on top. Yeah, it's true, because it's like, we gotta get smarter about this. All in all, Animal Crossing is acres forever. Yeah, they were just like, what if we made it a cylinder? And it gave the illusion of no acres. But yeah, I guess it makes sense. Like, they're gonna generate it that way. Why would they, like, suddenly change up the system? I mean, obviously the loading between going to acres is more of a, like, a system limitation. Also, it's like an N64 game that was ported to the GameCube, so, like, it didn't use, like, all the game... Like, it does not use the full power of the GameCube, you know? Also, I think it's, like, one of the smallest GameCube games because of that, obviously. So, I think it was in a Hunter R video, maybe, but, like, the entire game can fit in the GameCube's RAM. So it's like if you take the disc out, it, like, partially works, or it, like, works for most things. I don't know. It's something weird like that. Okay, we got a coral shirt, which is not it, but it's the right letter. So that's something. Operating on made-up logic and superstitions in order to not lose hope is part of the your program here, I say. Yeah, you're right. It's a classic for me with Animal Crossing always. Like, when I'd be trying to catch, like, certain fish, I'd be like, man, I don't even want a red snapper. Just give me all the sea bass you want. I don't even want it. I'd be, like, trying to trick the game, you know, that I'm not interested. It's a classic. Okay, so it looks like Red will be here on Saturday, which is good for what? This is a skill testing question. What's that good for? Getting him out of here with minimal effort. That's right, because it's not Wendell. Wendell requires switching characters. Red, you just buy him out and say get lost. It's good. So I think Gulliver should be here tomorrow. I'm going to just write him down on the schedule already, because I'm feeling crazy. Okay. Let's do some math, shall we? Now that I'm done. We got 10 minutes to spare, and then technically we're done with all the shop stuff before that point, but whatever. Okay, let's do some math. Okay, so 643,500 times 7 is 45 mil. That's what we should have made to begin with today. Can I just put this number, like, on my spreadsheet real quick and then get rid of it later? So the 45 is like 0.45, whatever. Okay, that's how much we should have made. But then we bought 4.9 mil 1 week at 99. So the 91 is what we sold out. The 91 divided by that, it's like 91%. So if we just say like 99 times 92, 99 times 0.92 rather, that gets us 91. So if we take 49,00500 times 0.92, I should do times 0.8. I'm sorry, I did that the wrong way around. Times 0.08. That gets us just shy of 400k. Again, so I kept saying, like, close to 500k, but not even. So, like, the amount of money we lost the first week, no problem. Next week it was 84 and 74, so 74 divided by 84 is 88. So we'll do 12%, because again, if 84 times 12, 10. Yeah, okay. So we'll do 5040000 times 0.12 for 600k. So that tells us two. Oh, sorry, I'm taking a break. You've mentioned before, you believe this may be small, but meanwhile, Animal Crossing Wild World is so text heavy that Wikipedia says due to the additional scripts, the game was released on a 512 megabyte game card rather than a 256 megabyte card. That's funny. I like that. That's good information. And then last week, I think I bought 42 inventories, but I'm not 100% sure. It feels like I didn't, and I have never bothered to check. But if we take that, that's 86, and then we sold at 50. So 50 divided by 86 is 58%. So we're looking at 42%. So if we take 86 times that by 0.42, we have 36. That is the correct number. So let's take 504 mil times 0.42, and that gets us like 2.2 mil. So if we take that number, we do that, and then we go equals sum, and we take sum of these numbers, that says 3.2 mil. And then if we take the 45 mil and then subtract that number, that says 41.7 mil. I never do this much math. This is overkill. Oh, that's for Europe. Okay, that makes sense because of all the different languages. Okay, so that's like 441 whatever, right? But then we had leftover turnips, right? We had 11 turnips in the lost and found. So that's 880 for the price times 100 for a single bunch times 11, which is just shy of 1 mil. So if we add that to 41772,600, we have 42.7 mil. That's what our profit was, supposedly. Meanwhile, I have 400k more than that. Huh? So I think I bought less than I thought I did last week. And if that's the case, then I would have lost less. Therefore, less profit would have been cut in. And again, I have a feeling I only bought like, I don't know. Again, I bought like, it says I apparently claimed 42, but I feel like it's more like 40. So if we take like 86 times 15 times 100, that's 129 per inventory. I don't know why, that's literally okay. And then multiply that by 40, so that's like 5.1 mil rather than 5.4. And again, I might have only bought like 39. So if that's the case, then yeah, that's where that extra 300 to 400 is coming from. Anyway, all that to say, I think we're good. So now I'm gonna go to the fun part of the stream. So currently, it says like my current thing, I have just a total tracking of all my bank balance changes over time, and then the difference between them, so I know how much I make every week. But then I have a different thing. So it's like, starting this week, I had 650, nearly 651 mil in the bank, and apparently 21.7 mil outside, which may or may not be right. The goal's 1 bill. That means I need 327 more. We just gained 43, which is great. So if I take the number for our balance and I put it in the bank tab, then it will update the numbers. And again, my projected weeks are based off those numbers. So currently my goal is to always buy 5 mil if I can, which I've managed to do for the past month. So I think it's pretty attainable unless I have like a 70 bell thing. And if I buy 5 mil every week and I get a spike every other week on average, that means I got 9 more weeks and it's going to be June. If I buy like 6.5 mil, that's saying 7 weeks and it's going to be May. Now, if I update this, that says we need 8 more weeks at 5 mil and 6 more weeks at like 6.5 mil. So yeah, it took off a little bit. Some of them it takes off more or not. But like, I'd only need 8 more weeks at 5 mil, or sorry, at 8 mil, which would be crazy. Anyway, so we need 284 mil left. Like that's what's left. So I'm pretty happy about that. It's good to get a spike after nearly a month of not getting one. And hopefully next week could also be good to us, but I don't want to jinx it, so we're just going to wait and see. And I know there's 1 week in February where I'm probably not going to buy any, or I'm going to only buy a few. I'm not really sure how that's going to look yet, but I still have time to figure that out. Anyway, I'm going to wrap up because it's been 3 hours. I'm going to take like a short little break, and then I'm going to come back for New Horizons, probably in like 10 to 15 minutes. But what do I have to say about today? We did not get anything new from Gracie. We sold all the turnips. We got extra money to offset some of the losses from the past 3 weeks from the stuff that got locked in the police station last week, so that was good at least. So we didn't lose as much. We would have made 45 mil today if there was no losses. What was I gonna say? Yeah, I would have made 45 instead of like 43. I don't usually raid. I'm gonna be honest. I feel uncomfortable. Oh, they stopped. That's funny. I don't know. I feel nervous raiding people. It's like I don't know. I've never really done it, to be honest. It's always one of those things where I'm like, ooh, I don't know. And then people raid me, and I'm like, thanks. But then like I don't know. I get like nervous too. Anyway, so yeah, that was 3 hours. I mean, I did have to deal with Gracie, and I did some math just to make sure the numbers were okay. Because again, I've lost a lot of money, and I think all the acres I've replenished. It's possible I messed one up or it's not full, but I'm pretty sure all the acres have the right amount of money. So anyway, we need less than 300k. That's good. And yeah, so I'm gonna be back in like 15 minutes, and then I'll do it. I don't know. It'll be less than an hour for New Horizons. Hopefully like 30 or 45 minutes. I'm not sure yet. Anyway, this is good. Yes, good work. Thank you. Appreciate that. I'm happy about this. So this means that tomorrow will be chill. So we're just gonna get New Horizons done, and then we can have a chill stream tomorrow, and then we get the raffle, and it's gonna be good. But yeah, maybe I'll see you in a little bit. If not, I'll see you tomorrow or whenever. And I'm going to get out of here now. But good day. So, I mean, it took us like maybe 2.5 hours to sell the turnips. But then I also had to deal with like Gracie and other stuff. So I was a little worried about time, but it worked out. So that's good. Anyway, I'm out. I'll be back in a bit. Bye.